So welcome back to Blooming in Brisbane. I'm at a beautiful garden and let's welcome Marcia and John to Blooming in Brisbane. So welcome to Blooming in Brisbane. Let's begin with the name and where are we?
We're at Derby Road at Logan Reserve, and the name is Joncia Gardens, and the name of the garden is derived from John and Marcia, as so Joncia Gardens, yes.
Lovely. So how long have you had the property here for?
21 years, I think it'll be 21 years.
Yeah, just over 20.
Yes. But it was a bare block when we came here, and a nice gentle slope, so we thought it'd be just ideal, you know, and the soil is, while it's quite sandy, it's good to work with. We incorporate a lot of manure. We stockpile that every fortnight, you know, to put into that soil. And so you get a nice healthy soil and the plants reward you.
So Marcy, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Oh, I've always loved gardening, but my dad was a great gardener, and he even had a large veggie patch right in the middle of Doomben Racecourse, where he worked in his later years. But he always had fruit trees and vegetables, more so than the ornamentals, you know. But he loved gardening, and I think that's where I've gotten my inspiration.
So tell us about your veggie garden. What do you have growing at the moment?
Oh, Nicole, we've got some lovely corn growing here, and we've got some silver beet. We've got the lovely lots of lemons, or the Maya lemon here. We've got strawberries in this area over here, the Hockaways, they're acidic free. And in the middle we've got some herbs. So we've got some basil and some celery and some garlic, rosemary and parsley, and different array of herbs. It's good to have a variety, isn't it? Yes. And we have fruit trees, mandarins, and I have some China flat peaches and some kumquats. There's comfrey there, that's great for your compost. It helps to break down everything in the compost. We have the lovely ruby red grapefruit, and that's a lovely one you can peel and just eat, you know. So we're always picking something out of the veggie patch. Oh, we've got peanuts there too. So they're good.
It's looking very lush and healthy. How do you keep it healthy and lush? Do you regularly feed it?
Oh, we do. The manure, we incorporate lots of manure in the garden. So that's the basis of the garden, all, you know, the whole garden. We always, every week we go and get manure and stockpile it in the paddock, and then incorporate it back into the garden when it's broken down a bit. But yeah, I think it's like gold to the garden, isn't it, manure? Yes.
Yes, lovely. Let's see what else we can find. The Veggie Patch provides all-year produce and is one of the many different elements of this beautiful garden. Next to the Veggie Patch is a cute little cottage that reminds me of time spent at my grandmother's garden. Behind the little cottage is a summer house, a lovely area where you can sit, have a drink, relax and enjoy the lovely surrounding gardens. To the centre of the garden is a Japanese-inspired area that features a vibrant red oriental bridge. Plants in this area include mini mondo grass, grafted maple trees and conifer plants. White pebbles and featured rocks are also incorporated in this Japanese-style garden. So tell us about Open Gardens Australia and how long have you been participating?
Probably about 8 years or something.
Probably 8 years.
Yes. So what happened was we joined a garden club. We thought, you know, it'd be lovely to join a garden club. So they have afternoon teas every month. Somebody puts their, volunteers their garden. So the garden club came out and had a look at the garden, and our president said she thought it might be eligible for the Open Gardens Australia, and of course I didn't know what that even meant, but it sounded great. So anyway, we had the selector came out and she said yes, it would pass. And so we open the garden every year now with the Open Gardens Australia, and it's just lovely to have people come out and the lovely comments that you have, and yeah, it's all worthwhile. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So when's the next time your gardens open up to the public?
Oh, 16th and 17th of November, which is only a couple of weeks away. Yes. So it'll be lovely. We're just praying for a bit of rain like everybody is, you know, yes.
Do you have a plan for your garden? Is there a plan drawn or...?
No, Nicole, it just grew and grew, you know. Started with a little bit and then you want to do a little bit more, and then the fences start coming down and you go a bit further. And so, it never ever had a plan, you know. Never had a plan at all. Remember when the topiary figs were in fashion?
Yes.
We had them all down the drive and thought they were just great until they grew and grew, and the clipping it was a little bit, yes, overpowering for John because he had to do that sort of thing. So anyway, we decided we'd take them out. And so, that area's changed, and of course where the rotunda is over there, we used to have fruit trees over there, and John decided we'll be nice to have a nice pond over there, you know. So it's always changing. And one of the last things he's just done is took an old fence out, and he's made the garden a garden right along there with a nice big path for walking. So
Yeah, that's it.
yes, and in the last couple of years, he's built what we call our little bush chapel, and it's really sweet. Yes, it's lovely, and it's proved to be very popular for weddings, you know, so we have weddings in there. In 2011, John and a good friend, Keith, built the chapel from scratch with its own little toilet block apart from it. The lead light windows were well chosen to bring the feel of the native wildlife in, and along with the camphor laurel pews came together as the little bush chapel. To the south we have the rainforest, and it's another great place to escape the summer heat under the shady canopy of tall palms. These are underplanted with tropical species such as cordylines, begonias, calatheas, ferns, clivias, caladiums and bromeliads.
There are so many different elements at the Joncia Garden on Derby Road, Logan Reserve, that I really look forward to revisiting them again at their Open Gardens Australia on the 16th and 17th of November 2013.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening on Bloomy in Brisbane. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for, but make sure you pop by next week
As Noel Burdett and Gillian Coombe join us and we visit another beautiful garden.